Okay. This is a direct presentation of my drama analysis about Hamlet, a literary work by William Shakespeare, made in the 17th century. Now, this drama is the primary underlying theme and background of it is, at least to me, I think, is about vengeance and how that revenge can drive a person to a point that it will become pointless. Yeah, that's like the theme of it, like vengeance theme as well as action, or how that what kind of an appropriate action that has to be taken, or something of the sort. Yeah, there's a lot of other themes in it. That's the only thing that I got. And about a very brief summary about it is essentially is that of a ghost of the previous deceased king and father to the main protagonist, Hamlet, suddenly appeared before his son and demanded that Hamlet avenge him because his brother, Claudius, poisoned him and killed him and then ascend the throne and marry his wife, and orders Hamlet to avenge him. But Hamlet, in a rather stroke of uncertainty, didn't immediately kill Claudius because one, he doesn't exactly have any evidence against Claudius other than the fact that the ghost stalks him, and two, he needs to find a reasonable, appropriate action against Claudius. So he waited for a potential chance to prove whether or not Claudius was innocent or guilty, and that chance came when a troupe of actors came about in the castle wanted to perform a play for the royal family. Hamlet, seeing this as a chance to prove whether or not Claudius was innocent or not, he decided to stage a play depicting a rather similar death of the previous king to God's Claudius' reaction to it. And when the play came about, and when the scene of the king's death was shown, Claudius immediately leaves and went to his room, and Hamlet chases after him with a sword, with the very intention to try and kill him. Now, in the meantime, as this were happening, there was this girl, Ophelia, who was apparently in love with Hamlet, but her father and brother demanded her not to pursue it because Hamlet is not actually in love with her, or so it seems. She actually agrees to this. And with that out of the way, Hamlet then comes to his uncle's room and saw that Claudius was kneeling prayer. And in a rather stroke of inaction, Hamlet decided not to kill him because he thought that if he kills Claudius right there as he was praying, Claudius will go to heaven. So he decided not to kill Claudius, and he, he then instead decided to confront his mother, who married Claudius, and accuse her of infidelity, treason, and all sorts of things. Things started to go awry, and in a very panicked state, he then stabbed the curtain behind him because he hears some movement behind him, the curtain. He stabbed the curtain and ended up killing the king's advisor, Polonius, who happens to be Ophelia's father. After this, Hamlet decided to run away to England on a ship, and Claudius, seeing his chance to get rid of Hamlet, decided to send a letter to England telling the royal family in England to kill Hamlet upon his arrival. But Hamlet did not arrive because the pirates attacked the ship. But Hamlet managed to successfully negotiate and escape and went back to his home, which is Denmark. Now, during this whole thing, Ophelia, the girl that I mentioned who's in love with Hamlet, she went insane. After hearing of her father's death, she kind of went bonkers. She started go madness. She's mad, essentially. And her brother, Laertes, was not exactly happy about this, and was convinced that Hamlet was responsible for her current state of affairs. Eventually, Ophelia's state would descend to the point that she killed herself by drowning in a river. Now, after Hamlet managed to return home and hearing of Ophelia's death, he was apparently distraught about it, and he attended a funeral. During said funeral, Laertes, Ophelia's older brother, challenges Hamlet to a duel to the death, and this duel was to begin before the royal family. Now, during this whole thing, both Claudius and Laertes planned to kill Hamlet. Laertes planned to kill Hamlet by stabbing him with a poisoned sword, while Claudius planned to poison Hamlet via his wine, which is poisoned wine. And when the duel was going on, Laertes managed to successfully stab Hamlet to the chest, but he didn't die. Instead, Hamlet struck Laertes in the face and tackled him to the ground, where they managed to exchange their swords. So Hamlet now has Laertes' poisoned sword, while Laertes has Hamlet's sword. And Hamlet stabbed Laertes with his own sword. I know that doesn't make any sense, but the point is, Laertes dies by his own sword, which was wielded by Hamlet. Now, uh, but in doing this, Claudius, well, as you know, Claudius didn't really succeed in killing Hamlet because Hamlet refused to drink his wine. Instead, his mother drank the wine, and his mother died because of it. And Hamlet, after this, kills Claudius instantly, stabbing him with a sword and then forcing him to drink the poisoned wine, simultaneously killing him twice over. But, however, however, Hamlet eventually died because of the poison. He was stabbed in the chest with a poisoned sword. He was very weakened, but before he died, he told his friend Horatio to tell everybody what happened here, and then he just died. And during this whole thing, the king of Norway, oh, well, not king of Norway, the prince of Norway arrived with his army, and upon seeing the entire royal family dead, he then declared that this kingdom is his now. So yeah, that's the story of it. And the moral thing that I can take of all this is that revenge is never the answer. Do not do suicide, and that if possible, just go to the straight way. Do not trust a ghost. That's the only moral thing that I can